So you read the title, and I'm going to show you why making your own external SSD from one of these guys is better than actually buying a Samsung T5 or T7 or a SanDisk external SSD. So before I actually show you how to do it, let's talk about why you should do it. External SSDs come in rugged enclosures and are usually not user serviceable. While if you make your own SSD, you have the freedom of choosing the capacity, the brand of the SSD, as well as the controller and the USB mount or type of USB cable. Say if you want a USB Type-C SSD, you can have that. If you like a traditional USB 3 SSD, you can still do that, but I don't know why you should. But if you're trying to save a few bucks, you're definitely better off with a custom-made external SSD, and it's not very hard to do. It's basically like Lego if you ask, jerry-rig everything. But the other thing with these custom-made SSDs is you can pop them into your laptop or desktop if you want to use it as an internal hard drive and have more speed. Now, there's definitely a choice here on what kind of SSD you have. For example, I have these two guys from my old laptop, and I have no use for them in my new laptop because it's NVMe only, but I definitely need some external storage, and I'm not gonna pay for a brand new terabyte SSD which basically does the same thing, and I already have it. So buying an enclosure which is maybe 20 or 25 bucks, which is high quality USB-C, and then plugging it in to that and basically using the SSD as it was an internal disk. The third reason why I recommend an external enclosure and why you should use it is if you have a problem with one of these sockets, like a PCB like this, you can definitely have some repair done here without having to worry about it. And even if the repair fails, the SATA port is pretty standard. You can just buy another enclosure and use your new SSD. The SATA port on the disk, which is this one here, is very less likely to fail compared to these fragile USB connectors which are soldered on very lightly. So let's get right to how to do it. First, you need to look for an enclosure for the type of disk you have or disk you plan to get. I recommend going to Amazon and just type in USB disk enclosure, and it will pop up with all these options. Now you can choose from a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-C, which is maximum speed of 5 gigabit, all the way up to USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2, which is 20 gigabit connection, and you can pop the drive in there. I'm sure if you look hard enough, you might even find Thunderbolt docks, but I don't recommend them because they limit compatibility with most systems. But if you need it, you can look for it. Once you have the enclosure and the drive in mind, you need to look for a drive. Now, I already have these drives here. So this is a SATA connector. So I have to look for a SATA enclosure. Similarly, if you have an NVMe drive, you'll have to look for an NVMe enclosure. And it's simple as dropping the drive in and screwing it in. So here's an example. It's a Samsung 750 EVO 500 gigabytes. Let's say this is the enclosure. All I have to do is, you can see the notches in this plug here. All I have to do is line it up with the notches here. You can see on the disk. So just take it like so, plug it in, and it's connected. Now all I have to do is just grab a USB cable, which is on this side, and then plug it in. And that's my external SSD. Now, usually these guys come with a metal enclosure. I have it somewhere here. I'll drop it in B-roll. But basically, you can now plug the other end of the cable to your laptop like a normal SSD. And the benefit of using this is I can just pop it off, take another SSD. This is a SanDisk one. Pop it in, bam, very easy. And the benefit of using SSDs is because they don't have any moving parts, which lets you use SSDs in a variety of situations like exposed enclosures like this, because you're not gonna damage anything, and they're not heavy. These are like 150 grams in weight compared to an external hard drive, which could be upwards of 400 grams. Let's do a quick disk benchmark, and I'll show you the disk speed with the drive directly connected inside a computer and the drive connected via USB. And you can see there's not much difference. So yeah, if you want a game drive, that is external and you want to carry it with you, or you're running out of storage on your laptop or PC and you just want an external drive for storage of videos or anything that you want quick access to, this is the way to go. My personal brand of choice for SSDs is Samsung, so you can stick to the Cuvo series from Samsung for the SATA drives, and if you want NVMe, you can get the 970 EVO, or the Intel 660p is also a good contender. Anyway guys, I hope this video helps you get you more storage that is lightning quick for your laptop or desktop without buying the Samsung T7 or the extremely rugged SanDisk SSDs. They overcharge you for basically the same thing, which is also not serviceable, as I mentioned before. Anyway guys, smash that like button if this video helped you. Consider subscribing and dinging that notification bell if you want to watch more content like this. And let me know in the comments, which SSD do you plan to use with your PC, or if you already have one, drop it down below. And thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.